The following instructions for tool loading or unloading on the Haas CNC mini mill located at Western Washington's machining lab summarize several guidelines for proper machine operation under normal conditions in accordance with basic safety precaution by trained personnel and staff. The programmed machining process may create hazardous conditions and potential risk must be monitored to prevent damage. The cutting tools are mounted and indexed on a carousel device which automatically loads the spindle to the specified tool number in the program. This instructional video demonstrates procedures on the CNC mini mill to coordinate the loading of tools with program tool changes accordingly. The process for safe and proper loading and unloading of tools from the machine is also illustrated. For safety considerations, always make sure to wear approved safety glasses when in a machining lab to protect your eyes from flying objects. Make sure no baggy clothing is worn and long hair is tied back before operating machinery, as they could get caught in moving machinery. Also, no shorts or open-toed shoes are allowed in the lab, as this creates unnecessary exposed skin that is more vulnerable to injury. A tool rack is required to ensure correct organization and sequencing of tools to be loaded and reduce the potential for tool change crashes. Once you've prepared the tool setup, turn the machine on by pressing the green power on button located at the top left of the controller. After the machine goes through the emergency stop cycle test and alarms a warning message, press the reset button to clear all alarms. The alarm message should disappear. Before using the CNC mill, always ensure the machine doors are closed before operating machinery to avoid injury. Sending the spindle to the machine zero location always allows as much room as possible to fit long tools under and into the spindle. If this step is not taken, long tools such as drill bits may not fit underneath the spindle. Press the button labeled Zero Retract to set the machine zero position and automatically rapid return the spindle to location by pressing Auto All Axes. Ensure that the fixture is free of chips and other debris to prevent inaccurate parts. Do not exceed the maximum tool changer specifications and ensure that there is adequate clearance between tools and the tool changer. Prior to loading the tools into the machine, load the stock and ensure the correct G54 work offset is set. To get to tool slot 1 on the machine, press MDI DNC followed by offset to open the tool offset window. You should see offset MDI in the upper left corner of the display, indicating you're in MDI mode, which allows you to use the MDI commands on the controller. With the cursor in the row corresponding to tool 1, press the ATC forward or ATC reverse button to select tool slot 1 of the tool changer. Using a leather glove to prevent cutting your hand on the tool, grab tool 1 from the tool rack. Locate the tool release button on the controller and using your other hand, place your finger over the button, but do not press it yet. On the tool holder for the tool being inserted, locate the notch with the slight dip in it and ensure this is facing to the right when being inserted into the spindle. Locate the spindle and, taking care not to hit the tool on the stock previously loaded into the vise, reach in the machine and rest the back side of the tool gently in the spindle. Again, making sure the notch on the tool holder is facing to the right. Press and hold the tool release button with the other hand and apply a slight upward force to the tool and the spindle. And finally, close the doors. Setting the tool height offset. The tool height offset locates the Z position at the tip of the tool loaded. It compensates for variations in tool lengths when following coordinates that refer to the G54 origin. Do not exceed specified increments of distance traveled and turn the handle jog knob slowly. Moving the tool down too quickly could cause the tool to run into the stock and break the tool. So take extra care during this step and perform it slowly. To be able to set the tool height offset, you need to be able to move the tool in the X, Y, and Z directions using the handle jog knob. To operate in the handle jog mode, press the hand jog button. Now press the offset button to return to the offset window. This time you should see offset jog in the upper left corner indicating that you're in handle jog mode. Now you can manually move the spindle using the jog command. In this instance, we have to keep the door open to measure the part correctly to set the correct offset. Press 0.01 button in the jog keys to allow control of the spindle with the handle jog knob in increments of 0.01 per click of the job handle. Use the X and Y axis jog controls to position the tool directly above the stock by selecting the buttons indicating positive and negative direction along the axis. Now select the plus Z button to allow motion along the Z-axis and turn the knob left to move the spindle down until the tip of the tool is about 1/4 from the surface of the stock. Now insert a small piece of paper and move the spindle down until the paper is snug between the stock and the tip of the tool. This allows a few thousandths of an inch to prevent damage to the tool. The increment of distance traveled per click should be 0.001 rather than 0.01. Just before contact, move the paper back and forth a while slowly, moving the tool down until the paper becomes snug. Ensure the cursor in the dialog box is in the row next to Tool 1 and that it's in the column under Length-Geometry. If it isn't, use the up, down, left, right buttons located in the center of the controller to position the cursor in the correct spot. Press the Tool Offset Measure button located next to the Tool Release button used earlier to set this height as the tool height offset for Tool 1. Close the machine doors and press the Next Tool button, also located next to the Tool Release button. This will cause the machine to rotate to the next tool slot, which should be for Tool 2. Repeat these steps to load the remaining tools. When you're done machining, press the MDI DNC button. Then key in T1. Using the letter and number pads and press either ATC forward or ATC reverse to make the machine rotate to Tool 1. Open the machine doors. With your right hand, place your finger on the Tool Release button, but don't press it, and wearing a leather glove on your left, use your other hand to reach into the machine and hold on to the tool and the spindle. Don't grip it too hard, or you may cut the glove or cut your hand. Ensuring you have a firm grip on the tool and the spindle, press the Tool Release button with your other hand. This will cause the tool to drop out of the spindle. Take precaution and make sure you will not drop and damage the tool when it is released from the spindle. If you do drop the tool, use a leather glove to pick it up and check to make sure the tool is not chipped or broken in any way. Place the tool in the tool rack with the tool holder face down. Close the machine doors. Press Next Tool to rotate to Tool 2. Repeat the previous steps for additional tools.